So this is a little addendum to the second day of this class on evolution. And we've said that basically I ended it with saying that we are not orphans, that we have been inherited an evolutionary foundation from our species' long evolutionary journey with the planet and conversation with the rest of life, and that we have the intellectual building blocks to make the changes that we need to do to become good citizens of the planet. We have the instinctual building blocks to do that if we apply them and if we create the cultural conditions that promote the productive use of our attachment instincts. But I just want to, I ended the class by summarizing. To make this developmental leaps, we have been gifted. I just want to summarize once more. One, the ability for cultural learning and for growing and adapting our culture to the requirements of life. Two, an affiliative system to know how to attach, love, and belong to ourselves, each other, our families, the species, or the tribe, the culture, the world, and ultimately the planet and nature. There's also the evolutionary principle of emergence, which is the fact that as evolution builds new wholes, and evolution is always building new wholes, new atoms coming together to create cells, cells coming together to create primitive organisms, getting more and more complicated. So as evolution builds new wholes, those wholes have qualities not found in the parts. And that's called emergence. And then there's the fact that these new wholes feed back and make adaptive those qualities in the parts that are beneficial to the whole. So those qualities in the cells that are beneficial for the whole organism, for instance, but also those parts of nature that are compatible with the survival of the ecosystem. Those species which are compatible with the survival of the planet. The whole feeds back and makes selective those qualities in the parts that are beneficial for the whole. And then there's the concept of exaption, which is the fact that evolution builds on, always builds on, has to build on what is so far been provided, and repurposes those existing qualities to the needs of the present. Example of that, evolutionary example of that, is that feathers were originally developed for warmth and then later got used for flight, got repurposed for flight. And that's also true that our mammalian attachment system was developed for the child, for the mate, for the tribe. But can it be, and we hope it can we adapt it to a greater whole, to a whole that's compatible with the reach of our present powers? So to the tribe, to the nation, to the species, to the world, to the needs of to the other creatures on the planet, and to the needs of the planet. And we've been gifted, evolution has gifted us the PFC, which is able to take in the big picture and integrate the needs of the whole organism, tribe, species, environment, planet, when engaged in the service of the whole. So can we have the innate ability to integrate parts, and can we use that and put that in service of the whole. If we can do that, we can find a way to live on this planet in a way that involves a genuine belonging, a genuine citizenship, a genuine membership, in which we can both use our gifts fully and develop our gifts fully. That's belonging, one part of belonging, and be respectful of the needs of the whole and weave ourselves into the complex relationships that create the wave of that weave the web of life on which we and everything else that exists on the planet depends. And that's the part I want to end, just a more succinct summary of the tools that we have and that we can hopefully use and repurpose for the transition that nature is demanding of us. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. Bye-bye.